What is the next rotation in crypto? How do you actually make money? How to be early and before everyone else, reaping the benefits of your portfolio going up and actually making money in crypto. You have to understand where liquidity is flowing next. Crypto is all about liquidity rotation. New week, new narrative. People are taking profits and throwing them into the tokens of new narrative. Rinse and repeat, times and times again. What is the next rotation, you might ask? The next rotation is crypto gaming, and I will tell you why. And I will also provide you with 5 crypto gaming gems that will go up. You don't have to do anything on this channel. You just need to watch, do your own research, and act. I'm doing everything for you, sharing the alpha for free. Welcome back. In this video we will go through crypto gaming as a narrative. I will tell you why it's the next rotation on the market. We will discuss current projects that are pumping right as we speak and what's going to pump next. And at the end of the video I will be providing you with 5 hidden crypto gems that did not pump yet, that are still in consolidation zone, that I like very much myself, and I think will go up quite soon. I do believe that crypto gaming is the next rotation. We already see it between the largest caps in crypto gaming like Immutable X and Beam, and I think it's just the beginning, because all of this liquidity will eventually surge into low caps, and your goal to make money on this market is to position yourself before this will happen. And the main question is why? Why people are constantly rotating the funds from one narrative to another. Let's start with a bit of humor. Look at this picture and answer yourself. Are you the rotator? Doesn't take profits, just rotates. I'm rotating. Quick to X. I'll rotate the profits into my other bags. Always has to be in a trade. Has never held a stable coin longer than 10 minutes. Sell my winners and add to my losers. It's a very important picture in crypto, and you have to understand if you are a rotator. Are you rotating from your winners into your losers? That's very important, because at the start of the bull market it's better to double down on your winners. If the token did 2x, 3x, 4x, do not be taking profits at the start of the bull market. Just put more money into this token, because if it performed recently, most likely it will perform in the future as well. That's very important. But still, there are a lot of people rotating liquidity from one place to another, from one narrative to another. Why they're doing that? What is the reason for this? Well, it might be a very profitable strategy if actually done right. And in order to do it right, you basically have to be early. You have to be right in terms of the next narratives that will appear on the marketplace and that will pump on the marketplace as well. In order to do that, you have to be in the market, you have to do a bunch of research, you have to actually follow what is happening, and this way you will be able to take advantage of this opportunity. The main reason of why people are doing that: imagine you have $1,000 and you put $1,000 in Solana in October pump. Solana pump 7-10x, right? You're basically taking these profits from Solana and you're putting them into crypto gaming gem that is pumping right now. And let's say you're getting 2 to 3x on your money. You just turned your $7,000 into 21,000. And then we have things like Sui pumping, for example. You put your 21,000 into Sui, it's doing 2.5x, and you already have $50,000. And then you put your $50,000 into AI tokens. They're pumping 2 to 3x, you already have $150,000. This way, you're basically able to multiply your capital following each and every narrative that's pumping on the market, reaping the benefits of liquidity flowing around the marketplace. There are different strategies and there are different approaches, but definitely this strategy, if done right, is actually one of the most profitable on the marketplaces. My strategy, as far as you know, just buy into low caps gem early in the cycle and just wait. Just do nothing. Although I might be playing this rotation game with a portion of my portfolio, with a smaller portion. But people and market participants who are able to execute this strategy on a daily basis and actually succeed, they are making crazy money. Why I do think crypto gaming is the next rotation? Obviously because of Ethereum ETF. On this screenshot, you can see the final deadlines for the approval of Ethereum ETF, and market essentially expects ETF to be approved, or at least the response given, at 23rd of May, which is in about 3 months from now. Despite the fact ETF is going to be approved or not, it's a very bullish event for Ethereum, and essentially the price of Ethereum will surge up just based on the fact of people anticipating the approval of the ETF. We do definitely have lower chances on Ethereum ETF being approved, but we do have Ethereum futures ETF approved already, which is the same case as for Bitcoin. If they want approved spot ETF, they will probably get sued and they will approve it sometime in the future as well. So I would say it's an inevitable event that will happen, and in anticipation of Ethereum ETF approval, people would essentially be buying Ethereum, they will be longing Ethereum and waiting for this token and this ecosystem to go up at least till the May of this year. Therefore, I do expect most of the tokens in this ecosystem perform well. Meme coins on Ethereum, layer 2s on Ethereum, restaking, liquid staking solutions, and all the things around this ecosystem. Around the ecosystem with the largest total value locked at this stage. And we do have Ethereum surging nicely in the recent days as well. We basically have 20% up for Ethereum in the last 7 days. And we kind of got rejected from this 3,000 mark, but at the same time we reached $3,000 for Ethereum already, which is very bullish for the market and very bullish for the altcoins as well, because if Ethereum is surging, we might be expecting an alt season that we never have seen before. One of my main theses of why crypto gaming will be surging is because of the fact that the largest tokens in crypto gaming are based on Ethereum. Therefore, they will be directly benefiting from the fact that Ethereum is going up. We see this happening for Mutable X. On 1 month's time frame, it almost had done a 2x already, which is crazy good for the token with the market cap of 4.5 billion. We do have the same thing with BEAM. BEAM essentially also based on Ethereum in the first place, and we see it surging very nicely in the last months as well. For BEAM, it's a 2x at this stage in the last months. And understanding crypto liquidity flow is key in order to be able to make it this market as well. You can see in the first place that liquidity is coming into the largest asset, which is Bitcoin, in the whole market, right? Then it goes to Ethereum, then it goes to large caps, and then it goes into the alt season where smaller caps are starting to pump. We did not see Ethereum pumping yet. I do believe that we will see larger levels for Ethereum. I think we will be reaching at least $3,500 for the Ethereum on the course of the upcoming several months. Therefore, once it would start consolidating and trading sideways, we should finally see a great alt season. And this is the liquidity flow that I'm following in crypto gaming as well, because we've seen Immutable X pumping, we've seen BEAM pumping as well, we've seen certain larger caps surging up as well, but smaller caps, they're still a bit quite silent. And this is the key. This is your opportunity. This is where you can actually make money. Position yourself in these lower caps. They were not moving for quite some time and they were correcting for quite some time from the highs of November and December. So speaking of the larger caps in crypto gaming, we see that WAGMI Games basically surged from 12 to 27. So it's also a 2x from February 7 to this stage. We had a correction. Right now we are surging up. It will have some space to surge a bit higher as well. The reason I'm showing you WAGMI Games is basically just to show you several crypto gaming tokens that are pumping already, along with the Immutable X and BEAM and Ethereum action on the blockchain, on the market as well. We do have DOMI pumping up as well from 0.024 levels to 0.055 at the recent local highs, and currently we are at 0.047. 14 million market cap. I still think it might be a very great pick, but this is not the part of my top 5 hidden crypto gems. I'm just showing you at this stage the tokens that had pumped recently, and I think will still have some room to pump as well. Nakamoto Games, which is studio based on mobile gaming, which is very bullish as well. We see that last month it also pumped from 1.2 to 1.8. The market cap for this token is quite large at this stage. It's 120 million and fully diluted is 330 million. I think it will do well moving forward on the market, but I would say that short-term upside might be quite limited. We also have Vulkan Forged, which is the token of the previous cycle, which is being talked a lot by different influencers as well. It recently pumped from 5.4 to basically $7, which is about 25-30% at this stage. Market cap is quite large as well, 180 million, and fully diluted it is 330. In between Vulkan Forged and Nakamoto Games, I will probably be getting into Nakamoto Games if you would want to acquire one of them. We also have GFAL, which is GamesForALiving, which is kind of like this meme coin in terms of gaming, in terms of projects and things that they're showing on the website. It's still kind of trading sideways. Maybe there is a reason for that. I just also wanted to show that not each and every coin in gaming is actually pumping up currently. And right now we are moving into top 5 hidden gems that I've prepared for this video. I've done my research on, and I do think that this token will perform very well. They also have a lower market cap, which is definitely providing us with an upside, although adding a risk in the process. I'm actually capable of sharing these tokens is because the channel is quite small at this stage, and I don't think that these tokens would get a large increase in market cap from viewers, from us essentially aping into these tokens at this stage. I don't think you would hear about a lot of them on larger channels just because of the fact it might be not that very ethical on mentioning them on the larger channels, but this is something I can do from my end because the audience is not that large at this stage. The first token is PLAYA3ULL Games. It's a gaming studio on Avax blockchain. And interesting thing that we have is that we actually have different market caps on CoinMarketCap and on CoinGecko as well. On CoinMarketCap, we basically see that the market cap of the token is 23 million, at fully diluted at 250 million, which is 10 times larger. And on CoinGecko, we can see that the market cap is 36 million with the fully diluted valuation of 37 million. I tend to believe more CoinMarketCap. The sole reason for that is because this project actually had a couple of node sales. I think they raised around $20 million at this stage from the sales of their nodes. The disadvantage here might be the fact that we might have constant selling pressure from people who own the nodes, and they would essentially be looking to dump the token on the marketplace. At the same time, their community is quite strong. I know that they're focusing largely on the community themselves, on making sure that their community is very strong and is satisfied with the things that are happening with the game. And I actually met with the project team in Dubai several weeks ago. It's very interesting because on the website we can see the full team and we can actually see that it's a family-run business. That's not something that is happening often in crypto, and they definitely have this great long-term view on the project as well. They're working on different games and they're essentially looking to improve things for the marketplace as well. I do believe that this token is going to perform quite nicely quite soon. And they're kind of following the structure of Gala Games. The same thing with nodes and things like that. We all remember and we all know what happened with the tokens of the Gala Games last cycle. It would be very interesting to check out what will happen with PLAYA3ULL Games this cycle as well. And I also think that they will benefit from Ethereum surging up because AVAX is EVM based chain. It's quite compatible with Ethereum and with all the programs and code that is written on Ethereum. They're basically using the same development language. Therefore, I think it might be doing quite well. Strong community, long-term vision, docs team. The only issue I might have is that the burn rates in terms of the money that they're investing into different games might be quite large in terms of their team, but that's essentially up to them. I do think that still they might be doing very well moving forward into the alt season and moving forward into the things that will happen on the marketplace as well. I think it should be surging quite soon. PLAYA3ULL also have actually PLAYA3ULL Games already, which is definitely very bullish for the project as well. You can just literally go on Epic Store, download the game and play the game for yourself. And there are already people farming tokens inside the game, so it's very bullish from this point of view because still a lot of gaming projects, they have nothing to show, and PLAYA3ULL, they definitely have something to show that you can check out for yourself. The quality, how the thing is actually being played, and how comfortable and convenient it's for the players as well. Honeyland is actually a Solana based mobile game. It's very interesting that between 5 of my crypto gaming hidden gems, 2 of them that I have are actually based on Solana. Very, very interesting. Honeyland had a crazy surge from the lows of November. It definitely was a sleeper. I think it actually had done a 10x from the lows. And I was looking at this token at 1.5 million market cap, at 2 million market cap, and I didn't buy. We see that the market cap at this stage is 25 million and the fully diluted market cap is 156 million currently. The bullish thing for this project is actually the fact that the games are already live and the games are actually installed on Solana mobile phones as well, which is very, very bullish from this point of view. We can see that Android version has 100,000 plus downloads. I don't think that you actually have a lot of Web3 games that have 100,000 plus downloads for the mobile game. I think these are crazy numbers. And the player base is actually quite active as well because the game kind of pushes you to join the game every day, to form this habit, so you would be opening up the game every day and it will essentially be benefiting you for playing the game. Let's check out the situation on the App Store. We have United States App Store here. We have 285 reviews, which is very, very nice. 4.9 ratings, nice. They can obviously be buying these things, but anyway, I think it's quite nice. We can check out the frequency of the updates, which is a very important thing. We see that they were updating in February, January, December. So they had 3 updates in January. Very bullish for the game as well. So they're constantly putting out new versions of the game. So we can see that they're constantly updating the product. I do think that Honeyland will be doing nicely as well. The fully diluted market cap is lower than Playable Games and it's definitely a bit more riskier pick than Playable Games because Playable is essentially a studio, so you might have different games popping out, therefore they have more chances to succeed. At the same time with Honeyland they are focused on one game and focus in business is usually getting rewarded. And fully diluted is 6 times larger than market cap, so it's not that bad as well. Next game I have is actually Legends of Elumia. It's also a working product. Please know that I'm providing mostly working products already. This is MMORPG game. If you were playing World of Warcraft, it's quite similar. It's actually a working product you can download already. You will need to buy your character on Solana and you can actually play. If you can see these things, if you can see this panel, if you can see these quests, these characters essentially fighting, you can actually join parties and play with other players as well. It's very, very similar to World of Warcraft from this point of view. I do think that the token is crazy undervalued at this stage due to the fact that it's actually a working product, quite nice by itself. They do have the external token, which is Elumia Elu price, and they do have internal token that you actually earn inside the game and you burn for certain activities inside the game, which is called EKS. We can see that the market cap is only 11 million at this stage and fully diluted valuation is 21 million. So from the tokenomics point of view, it's definitely greater than previous 2 picks that I was showing to you already. There were also rumors that they are members of Neo Tokyo as well. I don't think it was announced publicly yet, but you can actually check out posts from Neo Tokyo from August of 2023 and you will see that they are essentially mentioned as the members of Neo Tokyo. They do also have a mobile game in the roadmap as well, which I'm very, very bullish on. In general, if you're following me, you can say that I'm quite bullish on mobile gaming in Web3. I do think that games should be accessible and I do think that the games that will be able to attract the largest amount of users will do the best. A very interesting gem on Solana. I do think it will do well on the course of the upcoming couple of months. The gem number 4 is LitLabs. LitLabs is actually a studio, so it's kind of similar to Playable from that point of view. They're focusing on Web3 solutions. They're developing their own technology focused on Web3 integration with a friendly user experience. So they're basically also helping games to be onboarded in crypto, which is quite bullish from that point of view. Web 2.5 gaming publisher and studio. The token is kind of going under the radar, although it has done 10x in November. I was specifically also looking at this token and unfortunately I didn't buy back then, but I do think it's going to do very well, and it basically did a 10x from 1 million market cap, so it's not that large in the first place. We have the market cap of 9 million at this stage and fully diluted valuation at 95 million, so it's also 10x larger. And we do also have 9.73% of all the tokens in the circulation currently, which definitely shows us that it's quite easy to pump the token. And from these highs, we also see that we have at least 30% correction already, which might be a nice entry point. It's a gaming studio, so definitely has lower amount of risks in comparison to separate games, right? Because they have multiple chances to succeed. And we can kind of see that it will probably be a sustainable business model, because if they would be onboarding games into Web3, they would essentially probably be doing that for a fee, and then they would probably have a certain percentage of revenue share with the games they will be helping to onboard into Web3, which is very healthy for the business long term, if they would be able to onboard some successful games into the Web3. I do think that this token might be doing very well, and we have this long consolidation already, so we kind of see wedge forming here. Therefore, I think it will break out up. Last but not least, most degen pick in this video as well. But the interesting thing is that it has 2 million market cap and 2 million fully diluted market cap as well. 24 hours trading volume is actually $17,000, which is very low. So no one knows about this token yet, and no one is talking about this token. Why I'm actually showing this to you? Because you can click play now, and you can actually download a playable version on your mobile device, on your Android device, and download a version for your PC and actually be able to play to earn playing this game. We kind of have this more complex installation guide, which definitely lacks in user experience, but it's a working product. It's a working Web3 game with play to earn functionalities at 2 million market cap. We can also see that the token is based on Ethereum, which I think will do very well in the upcoming months. Therefore, this game and this project and this token should benefit from this as well. So you can actually download this game, you can actually check out what's happening inside the game and make a decision by yourself whether or not you would want to invest. It's kind of going under the radar at this stage, but I do have a feeling it might be doing very well. Last pick, Cryptoforce actually has a mobile version as well. I'm very bullish on mobile crypto gaming. I think it's going to do very well. There is nothing better than a person being able to play mobile game on his bed, half sleeping, in the night, early in the morning, before work, after work, during the lunch breaks, and actually be able to make money from it, actually play to earn. That's crazy. That will be picked up in Asia this cycle as well, and I do think that one of these mobile games would essentially repeat the success of Axie Infinity, which is very crazy by itself. Well, this is my pick of top 5 low cap gaming hidden gems, none of which were pumping recently, and I think all of them actually might be doing very well moving forward into this cycle, and especially within the upcoming crypto gaming rotation. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments what you think on the projects that I just shared today. Like and subscribe if you like the content, and see you in the next one.